Hello. Jeez, I need a drink. Pardon me. We're going to cut all this out. Or maybe we leave it in. Hello, and welcome to I Know Nothing, where I have none of the answers. I just hope to have some of the questions. My name is Andrew, and I cannot believe anyone is here. But I am very appreciative that you are. In this video, I thought I'd talk about the new channel I'm starting. Not this channel. If you're here, you kind of know all there is to know about this channel. I just turn on the camera and talk. What I wanted to talk about was the main channel I'm starting. I'm starting a movie, mainly a movie reaction channel called I've Seen Everything. Get it? I know nothing. I've seen everything. Or the other way around. I've seen everything and I know nothing. Both of them are hyperbolic statements. Obviously, I don't know nothing. I'm in my early 40s. I hope I learned something over the course of that time. But I've explained what the I know nothing here means, the Socrates quote and all that kind of stuff, which ironically tied to movies, because when I think of that Socrates quote of saying, the only real wisdom is knowing that you know nothing, my first reference point for that quote is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I decided if I was going to come back out onto YouTube, aside from doing a channel like this where I just talk to the camera, if I wanted to make a real effort in a channel as far as putting it together as professionally as I could, running it as professionally as I could, making as professional an effort as I could out on YouTube, that obviously I needed to have a little bit more of a direction than I did last time I was out on YouTube, which I had no direction. I just kind of put up whatever I felt like putting up at the time. So you sit and think about what it is that you can do, or what it is that you're interested in, that you could actually run a channel around. And I have been watching reaction videos for the last couple of years at least, probably more at this point actually. And I've often thought what it is about reaction videos that I enjoy. Because usually when you watch a reaction video to something, you're watching somebody experiencing something you've already experienced, but you're watching them usually experiencing it for the first time. And I feel like the draw of something like that is similar to when you have a friend or family member that you've seen a certain movie or TV show and they haven't seen it. And you're like, oh, it's amazing, you got to watch it. And so you show it to them. You sit there and you watch through it again with them. And part of the enjoyment of the experience for you is, first of all, you just like the movie anyway. But secondly, is that you're getting to see someone experience it for the first time, someone that you care about. This is a similar thing, I feel, in that if you have a person who has a YouTube channel that you enjoy watching, you like that person, you like that personality, you like watching what they put out, it's kind of the same dynamic of getting to see them watch it for the first time. It's because I've loved movies my whole life, and I think one of my first curiosities about reaction channels was they're watching some of these like older classic movies. Do these movies still play? Like, do they still work all these decades later? Do they hold up? I'm also an aspiring writer, so there's an interest in that, about what type of writing can not be restricted by its time period. What kind of writing is universal and appeals to people no matter when it was written? Those ideas are very interesting, and I've seen a lot of that in the reaction videos I've watched. There are things that are just very definitely a product of their time, and I may have nostalgia for. I come from a time period where a lot of people liked it, but maybe it doesn't really work anymore. And then there's other things that are just timeless, that just work no matter what the age of the person watching it is, no matter how long it's been since the movie came out. Not for everybody. I mean, obviously everyone has different tastes. Things hit people differently emotionally, but it is an interesting thing to see. And so when I examined the idea of what it was that I could actually make a YouTube channel around, I love movies. I've loved movies my whole life. One of the biggest moments of my life was the first time I was able to go to a movie by myself. I loved movies so much growing up. I wanted to go to movies by myself, regularly did. And the reason I wanted to do that was because then I didn't have to wait for other people to want to go to the movies. All that had to happen is I wanted to go to a movie and have enough money to do it, and that was it. And so I would go to the movies all the time by myself. I would go with other people too, but it was a selfish thing. I didn't want to have to wait for them. But I had an issue when it comes to the idea of doing a reaction channel, in that I've seen so many things, hence the name of the channel, I've Seen Everything. But I didn't want that to be a barrier to me doing that. Now, first of all, there are still lots of first-time things I can do. There's a lot of modern things I haven't seen. I've seen a lot of modern things, but I would say I've seen less modern things. So there's a lot there that I could see and experience for the first time on a camera. there are some big franchises and classic movies that somehow I have missed over the years, or just maybe haven't had as strong a draw to it as other people, but maybe I haven't given it a fair shot. But I also didn't want to be limited by that. I think that, and I could be completely wrong, I'm going to take a try at this with this channel and we'll see. But I think that reaction videos can be more than just a first time reaction. So I have 3 different kinds of reaction videos on my channel that I'm going to do. I am going to do first time reactions. Aside from that, I also have movies that I haven't seen in a very long time. There's a bunch of movies that I've seen like once and so I've seen them technically, but I never saw them again. And in some of those cases, it's like decades ago. So I can pretty much watch those again, essentially like it's the first time. There's a lot of those things that I would remember very little, if not nothing. But also beyond that, and this is, I guess, the most controversial one in that world, I feel like there is some value for somebody who loves movies to watch a movie with somebody who loves that movie, to go through it with that person and have that person. First of all, there's still reactions. I still laugh and cry, especially cry at stuff. I'm easy crier in a movie a lot of times. But like if something gets to me emotionally, it doesn't matter how many times I see it, it's still going to get to me emotionally. The surprise of it might not be there anymore, but the emotion is still there. But also to go through a movie with somebody who loves that movie and to be able to experience with them why they love that movie. I feel like there's a value to that. I feel like it's something worth exploring. Of course, maybe it'll blow up. I'll be completely wrong, but I'm going to give it a shot. And really, in starting a new channel and starting this channel, that's what the main point behind it is to just try something. Yeah, maybe it won't work, but give it a try. You're not going to know unless you give it a try. I feel so much better having some kind of a creative outlet. And that's the thing, try it because you enjoy it. Try it because it's the thing you would do even if nobody's watching. Because if it's not, if you're just chasing reaction, that's never going to last. It has to come from you. It has to be authentic. You enjoying it is what will make it fun to watch. That's what goes through the screen and actually appeals to an audience, I feel like. Much like on this channel, I'm not necessarily trying to appeal to an audience, but if somebody were to watch this and it were to have any value, I would imagine it would be because I'm just sitting here talking to you. I'm just sitting here being honest. I'm sharing my thoughts and feelings with you. I'm not trying to come up with ideas that I think you will react the best to. I'm just me. So having a place you can do that, both in just a conversational way and a creative way, for someone like me is important. It's essential, and it's something I feel like has been missing in my life for a long time. And quite honestly, I don't know why I went so long without it. You know, you get busy in life, you move away from things. I shouldn't have stopped making YouTube videos before, I don't think. I should have maybe changed what I was doing, gone a different direction, come up with a little bit more structure, come up with something that was a little more satisfying. I guess that's a lesson, if there's a lesson in this, is if you're doing something, unless you hate it, unless you just absolutely hate it and you don't want to do it, if you're doing something and it's been providing you something, but you're starting to feel maybe it's not headed the right direction, maybe don't quit, just change, change what you're doing. Like, all right, I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm going to go in this direction. I'm going to try this direction instead. I wish I had done that. I'm talking about doing movie reactions. I was making videos so long ago. I started and finished making videos before most of the people out here making videos now even started. And we talk about reaction channels. If I had kept going with my original channel and had thought of, hey, I love movies, let's do something around movies, I could have been probably doing reaction videos before, or at least movie reaction videos before anybody was. But, can't go back and change things like that, and it's not that big a deal. It's a little bit of disappointment, and then I wish I had kind of stuck with it. But hey, I'm here now. I'm going to try now, and I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to give this a shot. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, I'll redirect. I'll try something else. I'll remember this moment here with you. Thank you for being part of it. I'll remember this, and I'll say, you know what? Take your own advice. Don't quit again. Just change. Try something different. I feel like we've all learned something this evening. You have my undying gratitude and respect for sitting through all of this. And if for some reason, and heaven help you. Nah, let's do religious. nature help you, whatever, I don't know. For some reason, if you want to sign on for more of this, I want you to know I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned about your well-being and wanting to do that. But if you do, if you dare to sign on for more of this, please click this wherever it is. How do I know where things are? Click the subscribe button. You can see it better than I can. I'm on this side of the camera. Click the subscribe button if you dare. And if you do, I will see you next week. Take care of yourself.